Yo, my people, and welcome to Fundamentals TV. We're bringing you another episode today from. Oh wait.
Yes.
So we'll bring you another episode today. We'll bring you like a Zoom style episode again, as we did for the Super League episode as well. And today we'll be talking about team of the season. But first, let me introduce the man that are with me today. Who wants to go first?
Mr. Daily Paper himself, Sam November, aka Simba. Yes.
AKA Warehouse.
Let's not talk about that one.
All right, the next we got.
It's the Ace, aka Yaya Toure Jr. You know who it is. Come on.
I'm seeing the. Woo.
Hey, big chop.
Hey, June 21st.
What you saying? Your dad part of the trim?
Hey, he said that's my boy.
Hey, that's my boy.
All right, so getting into it, we're going to be talking about team of the season. There's a lot of, especially there's a lot of competitive positions. I'll say that centre back will be a competitive position, etc. We'll be starting from the keeper, going all the way to the striker, and then we've all got a manager that we're going to include as well. We've all gone with a 4-3-3 formation, so everyone's doing a 4-3-3. So yeah. Speaking of team of the season, let's start with the keeper. I think this might be a bit different. It might be the same, but Simba, who do you have?
I'm going for the man himself, Mr. Chelsea Mendy.
All right. Yeah. So
anyone screwed up your face, like what's going on?
I don't know about that one. I feel like he's second half of the season he's improved in it, but I think obviously he's a new signing, but I think like when he first started it was a bit shaky in it, but I'll give him a blind because it's like first season in it. But I went with Martinez in it because I think the easy option would have been that because he got like 16 clean sheets, but I think Ederson had a good defense. I feel Martinez he had like 14 clean sheets.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
But
you can't
Martinez.
You can't lie though. Mendy did improve that performance, fam. Like even when he started, hella clean sheets and everything. Like part of the
didn't he go on a stretch?
One.
Didn't he go on a stretch of like 11 clean streaks in his first 11 games or something?
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah.
Like compared to having kept it from last season as well, you can see the big change a keeper makes. Like he's definitely one of the best keepers in the league.
I went with Mendy as well. Still,
hey.
This is like my justification. A little bit, but my justification is like cool. So you've got Mendy, who's also started less games than Martinez and Ederson because he didn't come in until like the fourth game or so. So my thing is, if he started them 4 extra games, I think he'd be top in clean sheets. And it's like when you have a keeper behind you, the back line just looks like different. Chelsea's back line last year was
proper,
all
over the place, man. Every game you're going, Kepa. Man, long time.
Remember that Liverpool game where they're like, Kepa. But I feel like Martinez is a good shot as well. I feel like I think he's got like the highest save percentage in the league or something like that. And he's got Mings in front of him. I don't know if any of us here rate Mings, but
that guy's cheeks, man.
That's my point. Of all the keepers we mentioned, out of the defenses, I think Martinez probably got like the worst defense in front of him, innit? So to get 4 he's good, innit?
Arsenal definitely made the wrong decision selling him and keeping Lennon.
I feel like he's a top keeper though.
He is a top keeper, but recently he's in the gutter, fam. Like if you're comparing him to Martinez, like Martinez's levels to him, man. Like, it's not even comparable.
Alright, so Ace, do you have an issue with us putting Mendy in goal, or we're fine with it?
We're not gonna have that.
Yeah, avoid anyways, man.
Mendy's in goal. Let's go to left back, because I think that one will be quite unanimous. Ace, how about you take? Ace, take the lead.
Let's see. The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Luke Shaw. I was saying, man, bro, this is, bro. I was talking to everyone about this like 2 seasons ago, saying
he was.
Just sell this guy. I was saying, bro, just wait. Patience is key, bro. Patience is key, and look what
I'll give it to you. I remember in like first lockdown, like last year, I was like, you don't need to buy left back, you need to buy. You were like, no, Luke Shaw's got it. So I give it to you.
Yeah. Like right now, he's the best left back in the country. Like, I think this season hasn't really put a foot wrong in it. Like, from like coming back from what he came from, the injury, all of that. Like the haters, Mourinho called him fat. Come like, bro, man, have to give him his accolade.
Simba, do you have anyone different?
Right, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna sound mad, but I put Luke Shaw as well, innit? I put Luke Shaw as well, bro. Like everyone knows, I was on him. I've been on him for a long time, but mostly because he's a United player, innit? Like I just have beef with all United fans in there. But Luke Shaw, I can't lie. Beginning of the season, I'm thinking, yeah, this guy, he's just gonna be the same old pretty shit left. United need a left back and everything. But I can't lie, he stepped up. He's definitely been one of the best left backs in the season. Like probably.
I think he's been
top 5 left backs in the world as well. Yeah, I was literally about to say that. So I got to give it to him, man. He hasn't put a foot wrong, so he definitely has to be in that team. I can't think of any left back that's been better than him this season.
Yeah, I'll be honest as well. I was not a Luke Shaw fan. I wasn't a Luke Shaw believer, but this season he's shown that he's the real deal. He should be England's starting left back. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm saying that he should be starting.
But does he go? Who does he though? Does he start?
Come on, bro. He starts, man.
He starts, bro.
But the Southgate pick him. Southgate picks him, bro.
He starts ahead.
I think Southgate picks Chilwell.
He picks them both.
But to start,
bro.
I think if you're playing 4 at the back, Shaw's much better in the 4. If you're playing the 5 or that 3 of the 2, I think Chilwell's better in that because he's used to it, of course. But if you're playing the 4, I think even if you're playing the 5, Shaw can play it because going forward, he's special.
No, 100. Man.
Yeah. So we've all got Chilwell. Let's go right back first, and then we'll go to the 2 centre halves. Sam, how about you take this one?
Yeah.
I've been screaming this guy's name from the beginning. When I first said his name, guys were always saying, "What? Yeah, what's he gonna do?" I'm thinking, nah, you man ain't watching the games properly, bro. Yeah, João Cancelo. Huh? Yeah, man. My God, right back. The hardest, man. Bro, when you see him play, he don't even look like a right back. He looks like a winger / centre mid / striker / manager / coach, fam. Like, he's just hard, bro. Everyone on the pitch, he's just effective, fam. Even been playing left back as well. I've been doing the same thing, fam. Other day, he scored a banger. Like, he's a baller, man.
Big deflection.
A goal's a goal, fam.
Start the season, I don't think guys really mention him like that and trying to mention his name.
They won't see the vision.
He is doing this. I think what Pep is doing with him, like putting him in midfield as well, like from right back to midfield, it's good, isn't it? That's why this season you have to give him his accolades.
Yeah, I feel like as much as people talk about the season that like Wan-Bissaka's been having, or Reece James, or the second half of the season that Trent's had, like this guy's been like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 for the whole season. One of the players of the year, innit? So yeah, he was my right back as well.
What a player, man. What a player.
So up until this point, it's been pretty much, like we're all in agreement to a certain extent. Centre halves, I feel like we've all got Diaz, right? We've all got Diaz.
Yeah.
We all got Diaz, yeah.
All right, cool. Not to take anything away from Diaz, but it's like, to me personally, he's been the player of the year. That's why, to me, it was just easy to put him.
Player of the year. PFA player of the year.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
And
that's a
big shout. The thing of, if you're a
striker, a very big shout.
Or if you're a striker or midfielder, you don't need to play that elite to get that award. Like, you can play very good. If you're a defender, you got to play top level to get that award. And I feel like he's been doing that. So Man City's back line last year was shocking. He comes in, he's 23. You can tell he's going to be the captain of that team.
100%. Hey, he's built like a man as well. I was so surprised when he was 23. Then.
He's in Portugal this summer?
Yeah.
Hey, Portugal, man, you got the Euros, fam. Like, their back line is looking mad techy already. Cancelo and Diaz, bro. And what? Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo, João Felix. I can't lie, they're looking like a team. Pedro Neto, nah, man.
Jota.
Hey, I can't lie, I'm putting my money on Portugal still.
All right, so we've all got Ruben Diaz. Now, I'll start off who I had at centre back. I had Fofana. I feel like he's come in and for the price tag he's bought at, he was bought at 40 million. Yeah. Everyone's going, who's buying a 19-year-old for this much money? X, Y, Z. Whereas like he stepped in and he's proven that he's going to be one of the better centre backs in the league. He's quick. He's good on the
100.
ball. Like he's good in the
Athletic.
air. He's got good athletic. Like he's everything you want in a modern day centre back, innit?
Yeah.
So I've got him. I wouldn't be mad if some other names were mentioned, but I just feel like when you live up to your price tag, it does a lot for you because we don't see a lot of centre backs doing that nowadays as well. So when you live up to your price, to be fair, I feel like he's played pretty well this year.
Bro,
Yeah,
Bro, it's
but not
funny
80
that-
million.
but I went Maguire.
What?
You know,
I went Maguire, bro, because
Not that well.
I didn't really partner, but the other centre back I was thinking of Stones as well, innit? But I feel like the Diaz Stones partnership, I feel like Diaz carries Stones a lot, and I feel like a lot.
he's
shaky,
definitely
innit?
the number one.
If you look at probably first 10 games, I'll say yeah, he was a bit shaky. But apart from that, rest of the season, I think he's been first in interceptions, tackles, duels won. Like,
My thing is that if you look at a player like Maguire, I feel like there's been players who have been better to him who play like similar football. Like Johnny Evans, I feel like he's been better than him. Like if you want to include him, who's that centre back at West Ham? Fucking the Black Don.
Davis.
Ogbonna.
Ogbonna.
Ogbonna. He's had a good season. Like I feel like they all, especially for what their club was expected to do and then what they did, I feel like that's why they will get over Maguire. Man United have conceded like the second or third most goals at home or something like that. So it's like, I'm not
But to be
Maguire
fair,
in.
if you see United without Maguire, they look like a completely different side defense.
I agree with
They
that.
are
But that
looking
doesn't mean he's world
Stick-
class. That just means he makes it solid at the back.
Yeah, I feel like the whole stick around Maguire is why like people will say like, nah, don't put Maguire in. But if you look at it like,
He's definitely England's best centre back.
You know what, if Maguire was 60 million, it would have been blessed, fam. Like no problems at all. Because he's 80 million, that's a big price tag to live up to, fam. Not
Most
even
expensive
Van Dijk
defender
was that
ever.
much.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he ain't looking like the most best defender ever. Like,
So what are you saying, Simba?
I
Who do you
can't
have?
lie, I put Fabinho still.
Fabinho.
I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's done well on that Liverpool side, even though they've had a bad season. But like, they've come in. Sorry?
He played calm, bro. Let's just relax with Fabinho.
Nah, come on, man. He's been techie there.
He went back.
To be fair, if in Fabinho's defense, he's a DM playing at centre back, which people think is an easy adjustment. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not at all.
No.
It's not.
Really different.
And it's like when you look at that Liverpool back line, it's been shit all year. And it's like, can you blame him for that reason? I don't know. But that's why I couldn't include him, because Liverpool at the back this year are not the same side, of course, because Van Dijk's not there. So that's why I couldn't put a Liverpool defender in mine. But like personally, I'd take Maguire over Fabinho, personally.
100%.
Say that.
So what are you saying?
Yeah,
Who are we gonna? So there's like Fofana, there's Maguire, there's Evans, there's is there anyone we're missing? I'm trying to think. Who's Chelsea's centre backs? They've been good. Good.
Rudiger's been good this season.
Second half.
I feel like
second half.
Rudiger, second half. Christensen as well.
Yeah, but if you got to take in the
I'm
first
not a
half of the
big-
season as well.
You know what? Yeah. As much as I don't want to.
I'd have to take one of the Leicester centre backs. Personally.
Fofana's got a lot of potential, to be fair. But Maguire has done very well this season.
Yeah, if you said Johnny Evans over both of them, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. So who's not saying then?
I'll pick Evans. Or Fofana.
Evans.
Or Fofana, yeah.
Hey, so what you saying?
I'll say Maguire, bro.
So Sam, you got the side of vote.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going with Maguire still. As much as I don't want to, but I just have a connection with Maguire right now. I don't know why, but I'm gonna have to agree with Ace on that one still.
You're like a lot of the Man United players now, are you?
I ain't gonna lie. Them man got a good squad, fam. Next year, if they sign a couple players, they might challenge for the league, man.
Yeah, I don't think you're far away. Depending on who City signed them.
Yeah.
All right.
If City signed Harry Kane, yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing the treble, fam. Back to back to back.
Okay. We need another holding player as well, in my opinion. But, yeah. So let's get on to our three centre mids. I feel like there's a unanimous name, then the other two might be up in the air. We've all got Bruno Fernandes, right?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was waiting on that one.
You know it was, yeah. You know it was, yeah. Cool. I had two names down, but it was the third spot there, and I wasn't sure who to put in there. It was a tight one. Like, cool. I had Kante and KDB in it, And the first spot that I was like, bro, who am I putting there? And it was out of Mount, Tielemans, and Bruno.
There's no debate, bro.
I feel like
You know-
when you look at the 4, the 6, the 8, and the 10 positions, I feel like Bruno's been the best stuff. Like as much as good as everyone else has been, and Bruno was a lot better in the first half of the season. I feel like
Yeah,
he's
he
been
was.
the best. I feel like he's been the best like central player in the league this year.
Yeah. But you see, the way in my head, the way I was looking at it, yeah, was like cool. I'd have Kante in the 4, even though I would want him in the 8. He would just do the 4, KDB in the 10, and I was looking for an 8 kind of player. That's why Bruno didn't really cross
I
my
get what you're
mind.
saying, but you're not playing this team, innit?
Yeah, I know. So Bruno is there. That's my fault. I should have put Bruno in there.
Who was your other two?
Kante and KDB. But those
Ace.
two are like in. I don't want any arguments with them two.
What Ace, was yours any different?
What is why smiling?
I had Ndidi
Instead of you.
Okay.
instead of Kante.
All right, I can't. And Didi was injured for so much of the season. I can't play him.
You,
He missed
hey,
like
you're,
he missed
hey,
like
you're
10.
smoking
he missed
berries,
like-
fam.
Don't
You're
get me wrong.
smoking berries, bro.
Bro, you
Didi when
what
you saying?
Just do you just want to put Kante in just for putting him in, or do you think he's really
Bro.
been to the Kante?
Bro, have
I
you
feel
not
man-
been watching the games, fam?
Look at the Champions League game that he played with him. You get it, but
Bro, have you not been watching the games? Kante
Whole
has been the
season,
most effective man. Whole season, Kante. He's missed a cup. He's missed parts of the season, but when he's played, he's been definitely one of our best players on the pitch.
I'll be real. As much as I agree with Sam, I think I agree with Ace more. I didn't put Kante in there. And he wasn't even my like backup. I put Mount and De Bruyne. I feel that when you look at De Bruyne, for as good as this guy's been, and no one's mentioned him yet, Gundogan's been, he had that purple patch, innit?
Oh, yes.
He had that,
Gundogan was moving crazy at one period.
but he had that purple patch from like end of December to like start of February, where he was like knocking in bare goals, innit?
Yeah.
But since February, you wouldn't look at him and go, "Oh shit, like you've been amazing." Innit? I think the last game you can point to where he was good was that Liverpool game, where he tore them up. Man missed the penalty and still scored 2 goals. Crazy. But I put Mount in. Mount's been Chelsea's best player this year. I feel like he's been our best. Like whether he's playing the 8, whether he's playing on like the sort of like inverted winger, whether he's playing on the wing, whether he's playing in the 10. Like he's been. That's why I put him in. He's played probably the most minutes out of all of these guys as well. So you can see like his effectiveness. That's why I put him over Kante.
Future captain. Definitely
Yeah,
future
100%.
captain.
And then De Bruyne has been, in my opinion, Man City's best central player this year. Even though he missed like I think like a month of football, I feel like when he's been on that pitch, like whether he's playing the false 9 role, or he's playing in the middle or whatever, I feel like he's been the best. So I had Mount and De Bruyne, but we all had De Bruyne, right?
yeah.
All right, so we can put him in, and now it's just the last spot. So Ace had Ndidi.
Wait, the last spot. So what's the other two? Who we putting in? Bruno.
I had Bruno and KDB are in. Then I had Mount, you had Kante, and Ace had Ndidi. So we got to come to.
I don't think Ndidi's in this race. I don't
I'll
think
be real.
Ndidi's in this race.
I agree with them. There's other like I put Suchek and Rice and Gundogan all over Ndidi.
100.
Mm.
I even might have put
I'll take that.
Tielemans in front of Ndidi.
Yeah, I think I would as well. Like, don't get it wrong. That's the thing about Leicester's side. They got so many, like borderline good to like amazing players. They don't have that amazing player in it. You know what I'm trying to say?
They're such a good team, like that work together and everything. Like, there's no standout player. They're just a good team altogether.
Yeah.
No.
So who we
Man United.
Who we going with? Who we going with? I'm saying Mount. I'm saying Mount.
I'm sticking with Kante.
I'll say Mount over Kante this season.
Yeah.
Mount.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about
He
that.
just won Chelsea Player of the Year as well.
Yeah.
That's well deserved, to be fair.
All right, striker.
But all I'm saying, if Kante was in like playing more games and I wasn't injured for parts of the season, I feel like he would have got it.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, striker. Let's just get out of the way. We all have the same player, right?
Kane.
Yeah, cool, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Inacho, I mean.
Last 2 months, 100%. My guy,
Aye.
senior
My
man.
guy. Senior man Kelechi.
Cool. Let's go wingers. Let's go. I think right wing it might all be the same. I don't know how you man feel, but I had Salah.
Yeah, I want Salah as well.
You know,
Even though I
what's
didn't really.
cool. Salah's been very effective this season, yeah, but it was like out of him and Mahrez on the right wing position.
Fuck off.
But obviously, relax, calm down. Let me explain.
The one has the.
let's
It's the one.
bro, crazy
I collect-
enough, fam. Let's be real. Mahrez has been a stand-up player. He's been balling out. Obviously, I went Mo Salah, but Mahrez deserves a special shout-out.
Yeah,
Like if Mo Salah wasn't
deserves a
putting up the numbers, yeah, man.
I mean, bro, he's second. He's joint top goal scorer at this moment in time. Like he's got like 5 assists in the league. If it wasn't for him in that Liverpool team, I guarantee they'll be below Crystal Palace in the table. So, God, bro, he means more to his team than Mahrez. So take Mahrez out that side. You can plug in someone else, and it'll still work.
But that's just City, and they just got too much.
True, I'll give it to you. That is just City. Then the other wing, I went Son. Yeah, I went Son.
It's usually go.
I went Grealish.
Grealish has missed a lot this season, though.
I want Ace. I agree with you. Yeah.
Bro, I don't think Son's been up to par, bro. I don't think he's been up to par. Like.
But bro, he's like 3rd top goal scorer. He's got like 9 assists.
I feel like, you know what, it's the second half of the season, Son slightly fell off. Like he was.
That's the whole Tottenham side. The whole Tottenham side fell off the second half of the season because they were just poor.
True. Yeah.
You can't just blame him. The whole team was shit. My thing about Grealish is that if Grealish played until the end of the season, he would 100% got in. 100%. But he didn't play enough football for me. It's like that's the same reason we took Ndidi out as well, because he didn't play enough football. And Ndidi probably played more football than Grealish has.
The only thing about Son, I don't even think performance-wise he's been like, amazing. I think only stats-wise is the way he's getting them. We only count stats. Everything you have to take consideration, isn't it?
I don't know. It's just that I can't pick another standout left winger that's been that good to get over him.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you on the Grealish shot. If he played enough, then Grealish 100% would have got in for me. But I can't put him in when he hasn't played since the start of February, that's like 3 months.
I feel like Pedro Neto is a bit of a shout as well. Like he's been alright this season.
He's not been injured for like the last month or 2 as well.
No, last month I'm sure he was in the side.
I don't know. He's probably scored like he don't get it. I put Rashford in before him.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Rashford has a good deal. He's just playing too much. And he's playing through injury.
I didn't really choose a left wing, because that one was a bit of a difficult one. Like I feel like there wasn't like a standout left winger to put in, and there wasn't enough like up to par to put to like decide against as well. So like.
That's why Son gets in for me. He just gets in based on the fact that no one else he's been good. He hasn't been amazing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But this is his best year, even though like half the season's been amazing, the other half has been You know what I'm trying to say?
To be fair, Lingard could be a shot as well. Lingardinho.
If Lingard played like that at the start of the season as well, 100%. Yeah, I like Lingard. There's also sorry, go on.
That second half of the season, though, I feel like it makes up for it because he was on a mad thing. Like he was just balling out every day, every week in, week out, just banging in goals and that. So
Son's first half of the season was a mad thing as well. Like let's not take it. Like Tottenham, let's not forget, Tottenham were top of the league, bro. Like Tottenham were top of the league.
Hey, what happened to them, fam? Because they just fell off, bro. It's like they got hit by an iceberg and the Titanic just sank, fam. Like,
I think it's first out, innit? Because we're kind of doing the same. That ball to Kane, Son runs in behind, and then I think teams kind of sussed them out. It didn't really change nothing.
Yeah. All right. So what are we saying? Who are we trying to? I had Son. Ace had Grealish.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to agree with Matt with Son. Yeah. Like, there's not a lot of big competition there. Really and truly, it was probably out of Son, Grealish, and like maybe Lingard or something. And maybe Rashford. But I'm not really too big of a fan of Rashford this season. So I would probably say Son, but mostly based on like the first half of the season.
Yeah, I'll say that.
I feel like next year, like someone if Grealish has the season he had this year, but plays like 30 games, then he's gonna clean these lot out. Let's do manager really quickly before we wrap it up. I had David Moyes.
I had Brendan Rodgers.
Okay.
I had Brendan Rodgers as well.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not even gonna argue with it. I'm not mad at it.
Brendan Rodgers, manager still. He deserved the FA Cup. Fair enough, he beat us, innit? Like, he actually deserved it. It's a very good manager, fan. But I hope he drops out of top 4.
We need to beat them. When are we playing? We're playing in like 15 minutes. We need to beat them. So just
I'm saying is don't lose 2 finals, isn't it? That's what I'm saying,
bro. You don't need it to beat Liverpool for us.
Bro,
You let them go.
Don't get a message out there. I'm just saying, don't lose 2 finals.
Cool. Just to go through the team again for you. So in goal we had Mendy, but none of us were mad at that. The Martinez shout as well. Left back was unanimously Luke Shaw. Right back unanimous Cancelo. Centre back Ruben Diaz was unanimous, and then Maguire got in. If you have anyone else that you think should go in at centre back, let us know. But Maguire got in. Then our 3 centre mids were Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne, and Mason Mount. Then our front 3 was Salah, Kane, and Son, with the manager being Brendan Rodgers. Yeah. If you have that side, does it win it?
Back-to-back
win the Euros? If you have that side, does it win the Euros?
100%.
No, I'd still say no.
100%. That team definitely wins.
All right, cool.
No gaps anywhere, bro. Solid all-round apart. No gaps.
So just to wrap up this episode, we've let you know our team season. Let us know yours. Let us know if we missed anyone out. If there's no one we gave a fair shout, like there's a lot of people who've been good this year, like Bamford and Rafinha and Sahar. Like there's been a lot of good players this year. Let us know who you think should make the team this season. If we missed anyone, if you want to suggest anyone different, make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Instagram, Fundamentals TV, Twitter, same thing. Follow eWalks on Twitch. Anything else you want to say, Amanda?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, all the buttons, comment buttons, save buttons, share buttons, everything. All the buttons.
Gotta subscribe. How you watching and not subscribing, bro? Don't make sense.
It makes no sense. Yeah. You know that one.
Come on.